Okay, both feed nuts are home, and these are the backlash adjustment screws, and we're just going to put them in there. Just until they touch, and then once we get the backlash set, here's the little lock screw for them. Okay, so now this is going to sit in here. We should sit in here. It's got to sit in here this way. Now, sometimes you have locating pins on here. Mine doesn't, but you can see you have a flat right here, a notch taken out of the casting. That's to clear the bevel gear, so that side has to sit towards it. So you're going to go in and then twist. And I'm going to measure out what I need for the oiling line here. Okay, so why don't we go and get the table in here. We can mount the table, and then we can put in the this is the gib side and the screws. She got some weight to her. Okay, so now we got this over here, and it's just a little awkward to try to sling, so it was easier for me to carry it over. What we're going to do is just lower the knee. To about there, and I'll just slide this sucker right onto there. Let me get some Earl. Table is on the mill. It might be a little dark under there. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see of that, but I'm going to install the gib. Let's put a little oil on it. First of all, we gotta put it on the right way. Okay, all I'm doing here is putting it flush, and then we're going to manually just slide the table back and forth until we feel a little bit of resistance. I still have to level this whole thing out, so don't worry about that rocking back and forth. I have to put some levelers underneath it and some shims. So alright, that's giving me some resistance there. It's going to turn back a quarter of a turn or half a turn. And a little bit more. Alright, I like that right there. I like that. Okay, so let's get the feed brackets for the hand wheels. We'll get all those brackets. And obviously the other side is going to be connected to the power feed, so we have to mount that up. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're popping in 4 bearings here, new ones. Okay, there's 2 in there. And H&W machine and repair parts is where I got them from, and there's your part number. Now there are 2 in the y-axis. There are 2 on the left side of the x-axis, and there's a different bearing on the right-hand side. The other bearing mount. And there we go. Nice new bearings. So now we can mount these up and put the screws in. Alright. Hopefully you can see this whole thing. I think you can. So we're just going to screw this feed screw in, and it's going to stick all the way through. Now that side there has the power feed hanging off of there, and as you can see, it engages that key. So the plan is just to screw this all the way through until it sticks out the end, slide that sucker on there until she engages the key, and then wind it in and put a screw in. So I put some oil on the screw already in here, on the nut, and we're just going to get her in, and you know, and I'm going to screw it in. You know what? I do it the hard way. Okay, let me get the screws to that power feed. Okay, there's one. All set. I had to just dust off this little edge here because this spacer plate here wasn't riding on the bearing face. It was actually hitting this aluminum piece. So I just took a piece of paper and just laid it on a flat surface and lapped it a little bit. Didn't take that much off, and we're clear now. So we want to make sure that our screw is flat on a bearing face on the inside. And we'll take this dial mount, that goes in, then the dial goes in, then the dial lock ring, then this little bronze bushing, then the handle with the pin in it, like so. Then a spring, then a washer to hold the spring, then a nut to hold the whole shooting match together. And we'll just give that a little snug when it's not riding against that face. Okay. Okay, we're ready to get the heart of the beast in. Now, I cleaned all this off. I put a smattering of grease on there, on the pinion and the face where it rubs. I got the studs in there. We did the same thing here. We cleaned this face, put some grease on there, and I don't know if you guys can see, there's the Cyclotron Lab little sign there. So, let's get her in. We're running into the height issue again, aren't we? Alright, I'm going to have to choke up on the boom. Okay, plan G.